Buhari's government did not tackle insecurity properly. Defense Minister. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, says the previous government headed by former President Muhammadu Buhari did not take the issue of insecurity seriously. Matawale, who appeared before the Senate Committee on Defense in company with the Minister of Defense, Abubakar Badaru, disclosed that the Ministry of Defense just took delivery of new attack helicopters to boost the fight against insecurity in the country. This was as the Minister of Defense told the committee that there was a synergy among the current service chiefs. Matawale, while speaking before the Senate Committee on Defense, said the issue of insecurity needed collective attention from states, local, and federal government. He said, as a former governor of Zamfara, I know what I have gone through on the issue of insecurity, particularly banditry, which is new to us in the Northwest. The issue of Boko Haram is not new in the Northeast and our system, but because of what has transpired in the previous government, the issue was not tackled seriously. Today, actions are being made and operations taken on such criminals. The issue of security needs collective cooperation from the state, local government, and the federal government for Nigerians. We need key legislation on insecurity. It is gradually going down. We just received 2 attack helicopters to strengthen the battle against insecurity. To me, I'm like, they bring in 2 what? What do they call it? 2 helicopters. Oh, good. 2 helicopters, Abi. We know we are insecurity stated even before Buhari administration. When he came in, he brought 12 TINUBU'S jets and many more war equipment. Let's talk how the country will change to a good home. I don't tire for these people. Don't come now saying bring 2 helicopters. This one might be audio helicopter. I tell you. Now you can tell because Buhari has become a paperweight and irrelevant to locally and internationally. When the North says threw him up and it was Saibaba, that is what do you get? A blind and a deaf man floating in the midst of more educated and some highly cerebral aides. By the way, you are negotiating with the bandits and should be ashamed of yourself and should resign even in the face of serious allegation of financial impropriety from your state. You were there before, you did nothing, now you are blaming Buhari because you are giving a minister. Imagine a governor of a state pointing accusing fingers. I don't know. We can pardon President Mahmoud Buhari for his illiteracy, but those legislators that work with him are still there in the house. How did they retain their places? By, the APC members then be now, so they got to. Why are you not among the previous government? Everybody that had opportunity in the Nigerian government will come and be misleading and doing fake disclosure. Leave Buhari alone and face the current problem facing Nigeria. My dear, they cannot leave Buhari alone because if you ask me, now he run this country to the ground. You see people come and say, PDP, they're not saying that you cannot exonerate PDP, but I tell you on this one that is happening in this country, PDP can actually be exonerated. I kid you not. There is no way you can come and say, leave Buhari, Oga, if either is a family member, you cannot leave him. Why? Because you go face you. When you start prosecution of arrested criminal bandits to serve as a deterrent to others, okay, they don't give you solution. The reason you exploited the situation to cash out as a governor, then God go catch you now. Now that you are there, tackle it properly. We can't continue to live on this blame game. Not be small blame game. Matawale is just making noise. If there is one governor who was with bandits, it was Matawale. The president of our state governor is accusing him of conniving with the criminals to the extent of buying vehicles for the bandits. Can you imagine? I don't know the yardstick that TINUBU used to appoint such a person as Minister of Defense. Somebody says for continuity. This is not okay. So he expected Buhari to fight insecurity. Who is the founder of insecurity in Nigeria? Remember how Buhari threatened that he will make the country ungovernable for Goodluck Jonathan if he didn't hand over power to him prior to the 2015 election. Now Buhari threats now don't manifest so. The problem created by the APC's administration regarding insecurity is still ongoing. Over-centralized security personnel service have been the root cause of insecurity in Nigeria, and the APC's administration deliberately did it to subdue the oppression parties so that it will continue to rule over the country. Many state governors under the APC could not tackle the insecurity they encountered within their states. Local hunters or vigilantes and amatekun are not allowed to carry weapons. Okay, but foreign or local Fulani herdsmen terrorists are allowed to wield AK-47 and other sophisticated weapons inside our forests, preventing farmers from accessing their farms. This same man that has been accused of sponsoring the terrorism in Zamfara while he was governor is now a minister of defense. Bandits will one day take over the seat of power. I did tell you. It is nauseatingly appalling that someone will strive to occupy a position promising to make it better, but chose to be blaming people for being irresponsible, underperforming. Okay, well, let us see how it goes. Good statement to back up new purchase. Feeling the impulse is another thing. Yes, so for me, I'm just like they're just coming out to tell us they spent money because they're not giving us a figure here. How will we take him serious? He brought those boys to fight Jonathan's government. At the end, he could not control them after succeeding to be a president. He brought insecurity to Nigeria. Okay, he brought insecurity to Nigeria from a different country. Buhari is the worst thing that has happened to Nigeria as a president. The most corrupt thief that ruled the nation. A desperate fool who came to kill and destroy. You will never go unpunished. Unless vampire from a very useless part of the world, it was obvious PNB was on a jihad mission which God in his infinite wisdom confused the game plans of the wicked Fulani government. Why would they take it seriously when it's all fake and politically motivated by the political scavengers confirmed by their own chief of army staff for 8 years and other key army generals? So Sani Dama, Cheweduk Tufa and Wawan. Okay. I don't know how to read that. So are you telling Nigerians that since you are dead, the issue of insecurity in Nigeria is bygone? It should not be that you are saying all that for for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release money for you to, but if you're saying about insecurity with sincerity, Nigerians are watching you. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.